You know how it happens. They couldn't miss each other on a narrow road, caught their shoulders, a sideways glance, word for word, and a fight begins. Here, too, something similar happens, except that there was a swan in the role of the aggressor here. Moreover, he decided to run over a large dog, which the owner obviously brought as a defender and watchman. Who would have thought that a powerful dog with a strong grip and fighting instincts would need human protection itself? The dog is clearly in shock. It did not expect the swan to be so aggressive. At the same time, the bird is not only absolutely not afraid of the jaws of a relative of the wolf, but also clearly dominates him in terms of physical strength. Admitted, you do not expect a swan to be so big-feathered. He towers over the dog like Superman over a street bully. Only the bird behaves less nobly and clearly just wants to beat the dog down with its wings. Interestingly enough, the swan does not show aggression towards a person and stops the attack when the woman covered the dog with herself. It feels like there's a dialogue between them, and the swan is trying to say something like, "Well, calm down your mutt before I bury her in the ground." This case is not unique at all. Here was another episode when a swan tried to purposely drown a dog. The Labrador is lucky that it belongs to fairly large breeds, loves water, and can last long enough to reach the shore under a hail of blows from the huge bird. But even he was forced to retreat in panic. The peace-loving dog clearly did not expect such a turn of events. In general, getting involved with swans is a very bad idea. Aggressive behavior for these birds is the norm, not the exception at all. Yeah, they symbolize loyalty and love quite deservedly. These birds are strictly monogamous creatures, and if one swan in a pair dies, then the second one will often remain alone forever. That's just the tender attitude swans have only to family members. They seem to hate other birds at all. If a pair of wild swans gets started on a pond, they will survive all the other birds from there. Moreover, birds may not be the competitors, rivals, or a threat at all. It's just that swans don't like to live side by side with other birds. They will attack them, drown them, ruin their nests, crush the chicks. And although the swan has no teeth, its bite is very painful, and a powerful wing strike could even stun a person. So our friendly advice, do not mess with swans. This feathered creature made such a mistake and clearly regretted it. The swan attacked him with the fury of a hungry lion. Even small birds can be a serious threat if they know exactly how to act together. Like these birds, they are not only brave and selfless, but also know a lot about teamwork. If they attack a snake, then one bird grabs the head and the other one grabs the tail. If they fight with another bird, they surround it, grab it with claws from different sides, and cover each other. This representative of the crow family definitely regretted that he got involved with a whole gang of small but tough opponents. Each feathered fighter knows his role, as if they work out teamwork for a long time before each hunter fight. Together, these birds are able to cope with the reptile protected by a tough hide or other prey that one bird would definitely not be able to cope with. This is one of the most unusual and unique cases of cooperation between representatives of different animal species in the wild. For a crocodile, birds are nothing more than another type of prey. In most cases, but not this time. For some strange reason, both a pair of birds and a female of a small crocodile species have arranged nests nearby each other. Surprisingly, the reptile does not show aggression towards its feathered neighbors. And there is a good reason for this. Most of the time the female hunts, and the male does not care about laying eggs at all. Another thing is birds, which are excellent parents. This monitor lizard just does not understand who he's messing with. Although he is a relatively large predator and poses a threat to birds, birds bravely rush to protect their lair. They spread their wings, slowly but inevitably attack the enemy, and drive him away. It turns out that birds protect not only their eggs, but also the crocodile's clutch. Who would have thought that these small but brave birds would become reliable bodyguards for the next generation of crocodiles? We can only hope that the reptiles that hatch from these eggs will not hunt birds. And what do you think about this case? Is it a unique accident or a new type of animal symbiosis? Share your opinion in the comments. The pelican gives the impression of a highly specialized predator, that is, an animal whose body has adapted to one particular type of hunting. The efficiency in this is very high, but it goes to the detriment of everything else. A striking example is the cheetah, who paid for speed with muscle mass so that any jackal could take away its prey. It seems that the pelican is the same narrow specialist. His leather bag under his beak is a specific tool for hunting fish. Birds either directly on the fly or while swimming scoops up water along with fish. Indeed, the effectiveness of this method is fishing is very high, but the pelican seems unable to catch other prey and looks harmless to land animals. This was a big mistake. So, this pigeon fell for such a trap. He simply just did not expect such a sudden explosion of rage and aggression from a peaceful feathered fisherman with a funny beak, and in vain. The pelican didn't have to chase the pigeon, sneak up on it, or catch it in flight. The victim simply did not expect this attack, and that is why the pigeon was caught. The leather bag became a nightmare trap for him. The pigeon struggles, tries to escape, resists, but it is all useless. Surprisingly, the pelican's beak turned out to be a suitable weapon not only for catching fish, but also for hunting other birds. The other pigeons are just shocked. They did not expect their neighbor to be such a scumbag. Rodents should never mess with these birds either. In general, the pelican will attack and try to swallow anyone. For example, these funny little buddies. Is that funny to you? Now imagine how a good-natured capybara feels. This animal is used to being friends with everything in the world, and then some pelican comes along and doesn't succumb to the charms of the capybara at all, and instead of playing together and swimming, tries to swallow the animal up. Fortunately, without a single chance of success, the capybara is 3 times heavier than the pelican itself and does not fit into its beak. The bird attack is like a light little massage for the beast, but it's still a shame, don't you agree? As well as this waterfowl feathered friend, which the pelican tried to swallow while swimming. And again, the aggressor was left with nothing, but only because this time the victim of the attack was too big. Who knows, maybe if pelicans were bigger, even you and I would be in danger. Don't believe it? Just look at this. The pelican is absolutely not afraid of lions. Although these kittens are pretty young, they pose a danger to this feathered robber because they can easily overwhelm it with a pair of powerful paws. However, these lion cubs only wanted to play. But in any case, the lion cubs do not know who they're messing with. The pelican is not set up for acquaintances and gives them a powerful rebuff, threatens with its beak, beats with its wings. These are Adelie penguins, which can boast neither special size nor strength. Admit it, they even look stupid, cute, and clumsy. In the water, these birds, however, can develop tremendous speed and fish like small black torpedoes. But on land, the first impression is justified. Adelie penguins are really quite helpless. That's just the heart of a fighter beating in a clumsy body, especially if the penguin has good motivation. This is one of the most touching scenes involving birds that caught the camera lens ever. The Pomeranian gull is a very dangerous predator that literally terrorizes penguin colonies, attacks both chicks and adult birds, steals eggs, and causes huge damage to its prey. But when a huge relative to the prey and a strong predator attacked this female penguin, he did not take into account the fury with which her partner would protect her beloved. Look at this dedication. A little penguin with helpless wings furiously attacks a seagull and uses his whole body like a cannonball. A ramming attack is risky for a male, but he doesn't care about the danger when his lady is in trouble. This bird is shocked by such a rebuff. His beak unclenches, and the predator retreats. Finally, the couple reunites and gently huddles together. Admit it, this triumphant scene looks incredibly cute, doesn't it? One of the funniest and therefore famous cases of punishment of an impudent person connected with birds that ever has been captured by a camera lens. A huge eagle is having lunch when a heron with a long, thin beak passes by its cage. The heron sees that they are separated from the predator by a barrier that guarantees her safety. The brazen bird did not come up with anything better than trying to steal the food from a larger and stronger predator, counting on this protection, and this was a big mistake. The eagle seemed to expect this and instantly grabs the huge paw with sharp, curved, sickle-shaped claws right behind the heron's beak. Interestingly enough, the eagle does not try to finish off its impudent attacker. It does not break the heron's neck, does not hit her in the eyes and throw with his powerful curved beak. He just holds her long enough for the heron to regret this act. This is a lesson that the cheeky bird will remember forever. A hyena can one-on-one cope with a wildebeest, maim a leopard, deal with a cheetah, and take prey from a young lioness. The arrogance and cruelty of the spotted predator is combined with the enormous strength of the jaws with which the hyena can break the shin bones of adult zebras. But this hyena clearly overestimated its capabilities when it decided to run over an ostrich. The story that in case of danger, this bird species hides its head in the sand is a strange and stupid myth. In fact, if an ostrich is in danger, it gives such a tough rebuttal to its enemy that it remains just for him to hide and run away. Although this type of bird belongs to the flightless ones, they should not be underestimated. The main weapon of the ostrich is incredibly powerful legs. One well-aimed blow from an adult male can break the spine of a large predator like a wild dog. When the hyena attacked the ostrich, it immediately regretted it. The bird didn't waste a second. She just ran straight at the enemy. And the hyena freezes in shock. She was waiting for the opposite to happen. Fortunately, the predator managed to lie down and cover his head. The ostrich ran over the hyena, inflicted a series of powerful blows on different parts of the body, but did not finish it off and just ran away. The hyena is in shock. A strange bird suddenly turned into a lively tornado, punched, and escaped unpunished. This predator obviously won't want to attack ostriches anymore. When the whole pride goes hunting, almost no one can resist them. A dozen lionesses pose a real threat to an adult elephant or hippo. Here you can see how a dozen lionesses discovered a leopard's lair in the thickets on their territory. They decided that they could quickly deal with a competitor with such a huge numerical advantage. While they clearly underestimated the enemy. The leopard refused to give up. He used his favorite defensive tactic. He lay on his back to defend himself with all four paws. Of course, the jaws of the lionesses and their powerful blows were very dangerous, and the leopard is wounded, but he shows no signs of fatigue. It seems that with each injury he fights back only more fiercely. The tactics of lionesses are simple and effective. Pounce from different sides, stretch the leopard by the limbs, and get to his stomach. But the leopard won't let them do it. He keeps his nerve and fights back very effectively. Each of his blows reaches the goal, and the spotted predator is aiming directly at the aggressive lioness's muzzle. This makes her cool down. They just don't know what to do with it, because every approach to the leopard threatens the lioness to lose her eyes. On the other hand, the leopard can't escape either. As soon as he gets up, the lionesses will attack him from behind, pounce from the side, and overwhelm him, and then finish him off. A desperate situation? Unfortunately, yes, she has a sad end. The lioness waited until the leopard ran out of strength and dealt with him. But no one expected such desperate resistance. There is hardly a predator who would give such a worthy fight to a dozen predators. A sad story. But this is not how every meeting of a leopard with the pride of lions ends. Something similar happened here. One leopard was surrounded. Moreover, there is a male among the lions, and against this giant with combat experience, the leopard has no chance. However, lions do not show too much aggression. The leopard rebuffed the lioness in the same way. Lay down and put all four paws against her. This cooled her ardor. The leopard was able to seize the moment and escaped. Not only did he save his life, but he also escaped any injuries. Probably no one wanted to mess with such a fierce opponent. And what do you think? Was the leopard able to escape thanks to its own fighting qualities, or did the lion just let it go? Share your version in the comments. Perhaps the lion just didn't want to get involved, because the leopard couldn't claim their territory, and to fight with him is guaranteed to get a lot of pain. Here, the leopard was also surrounded by the pride, and this time it was taken seriously. The female surrounded the leopard and did not allow him to escape. The male approached from the flank and attacked the spotted predator like a live battering ram, grabbed and began to inflict terrible blows and bites. That's just the leopard did not give up, but dug into the enemy with all his paws at once. The lion is just shocked by such pressure. He pulled his own muzzle out of the tight grip with a clear reluctance to fall into the claws of the leopard again. Although the spotted cat received several heavy blows, he was able to escape. There was even a rare shot when a leopard was able to fight back against a male lion. Of course, the spotted cat had to run away, but because the lion was too close to him, the leopard had to turn around and counterattack. Several retaliatory blows, although they did not cause serious damage to the lion, were able to force him to stop, which gave the leopard a couple of seconds to disperse and escape. Few predators like action as much as the leopard. Wild animals constantly face challenges and demonstrate strength, but this spotted predator seems to just enjoy the ride of it all. 2 cheetahs caught an antelope. Both are adult and strong predators, but the leopard was not afraid of their numerical advantage and decided to recapture the legitimate prey. This is risky. Cheetahs often avoid fights because if their limbs are injured, they will lose the opportunity to chase their prey at their exorbitant speeds. But if 2 cheetahs grapple with 1 leopard, the outcome of such a fight is pretty unpredictable. However, here the strength of character is clearly on the side of our hero. The cheetahs are retreating. That's just not the end of our story. It turned out that a lioness was watching this whole situation. A leopard takes its prey up a tree when a larger cat starts chasing it. But the lioness is definitely not afraid of a fight. If her sister is injured, she will be covered and fed until she recovers. The leopard clearly does not like the situation. He has just robbed 2 competitors, as now he is being robbed himself. Moreover, the lioness, unlike the heavier male, is elegant enough to climb trees and continue the chase already there. Unpleasant, but not hopeless. A leopard, right with an impala in its teeth, jumps even higher. It seems that he opposes not only the lioness, but also gravity. The spotted hero barely holds on to the thinnest branches. It's amazing that they can withstand its weight, especially with an impala. The lioness is no longer able to climb so high. She is also at risk. It is dangerous for her to fall from the height of the 3rd floor. In the end, the leopard was the winner. Has the leopard surprised you yet? Well, get ready, because now you will be in real shock from the exploits of this wild cat. The fact is that he is capable of something that even lions avoid. Intrigued? So, a leopard can one-on-one cope with the most formidable creature in Africa, a honey badger. This miniature scumbag is known for the fact that compared to his level of aggression, even hyenas seem polite and meek creatures. The honey badger is not afraid of anyone at all. He boldly attacks several lions at once, takes prey from hyenas, and when a huge python the length of a minivan made a stupid mistake and attacked the honey badger, the beast not only dealt with the reptile, but also broke into the jackal, who came to the sounds of the fight and thought he was going to eat the loser. In addition to uncontrollable rage and aggression, the honey badger's trump cards are some anatomical features. He has an incredibly high pain threshold, and the skin easily moves away from the muscles. Therefore, when a larger predator presses the honey badger to the ground with its claws, the baby easily dodges and counterattacks. Sharp needle teeth and powerful paws with which the beast tears up huge anthills help him fight off even predators 20 times heavier than himself. And the leopard is one of the few predators that can defeat the honey badger without a numerical advantage. The honey badger clearly underestimated the enemy and decided that another overgrown, self-confident cat was against him. But it would obviously be better if he hid in some narrow hole. It's harder to resist this leopard than against a pair of adult lions. The predator does not use any tricks or special tactics. The leopard simply opposes its agility and patience to the resourcefulness and fury of the honey badger. Our spotted cat cannot run long distances, but it is capable of fighting for quite a long time. A leopard is not sorry to spend his time on such a delicious lunch as a honey badger. The cat will grab the dodgy beast with its paws again and again, seize the initiative in battle, look for weak points of defense, dodge painful bites, and aim with its claws at the stomach, and with its fangs at the throat into the back of the neck. Not in every duel with the honey badger, a leopard comes out victorious, and sometimes he has to let go of a too stubborn opponent. But still, there are cases when a spotted cat celebrates victory over the fiercest predator in Africa, more often than any other panther. Which case of the unexpected demonstration of the leopard's strength surprised you the most?